are we? We got as far as the small intestine last time. And so today being the last of the lectures, I'm going to finish get us out of the small intestine, into the large intestine, and all the way down to the furthest part of the GI system. So let me just remind you, in the small intestine, there are villi, which poke out into the lumen, and there are crypts, which are invaginations into the wall of the small intestine. The role of the villi is in absorption, and last time I talked about the absorption of the end products of digestion of carbohydrates, protein, and fat, the main dietary constituents. I didn't really say much about anything else last time. I did say that the intestine itself does not secrete digestive enzymes. There are digestive enzymes there, and as I emphasized, these are the membrane-bound ones, the brush-border ones. But what about this secretion? The crypts, their major role is in secretion of an intestinal juice. Not full of enzymes, it's got water, it's got various electrolytes. So something that also needs to be talked about is the handling of, particularly of water in the small intestine. And this next figure just is a simple one of saying that there's a balance between absorption and secretion. So some water is going to be absorbed, some water is going to be secreted, and there's a balance between these two. And anything that upsets that balance is obviously going to upset the net water balance in the body. You know, more going out or less going out, whatever. So what sort of volumes are we talking about? The next figure is a sort of summary of what we have so far, and I'm adding a bit more. The sorts of fluid volumes that we're talking about are shown here. So on the right-hand side, this is what is added to the GI tract. So diet, water itself, or other fluids present in food, contribute a couple of liters a day in most people. Saliva is again all liters per day. Gastric juice, pancreatic juice, bile, intestinal juice, the one I just mentioned. And you add all of these up, it gives you a value of about 9 liters of fluid added to the GI tract every day. Well, obviously, we do not want to have to get rid of that 9 liters in the feces, and we absorb most of it. And as you see on the left-hand side here, the major site of absorption in terms of volume is the small intestine. And of that approximately 9 liters, 7.5 liters are absorbed in the small intestine. The rest of it, the 1.5 liters or so, will go on into the large intestine, and then most of that, about 1.3, 1.4 liters, is usually absorbed from the large intestine. So the amount of this 9 liters, usually somewhere in the order of 100 to 50, 250-ish milliliters, will go out in the feces every day. So the question is, how is this achieved? How is it regulated? What happens if you upset this balance? Once you start talking about water absorption and secretion, what I'm going to do next, you need to think of osmotic gradients. Water movement is always passive along osmotic gradients. How do you set up osmotic gradients? Through the movement of osmotically active particles, and in this case it's largely sodium, not surprisingly. And I think probably from your renal lectures and other things too, you know that if sodium moves from A to B, then all other things being equal and appropriate, water will tend to move together with sodium. So is that true in small intestine? The answer is yes. And so once I start talking about water movements, we need to also look at things like sodium. So we will sort of rephrase the question. It's labeled here in figure 62, the absorption of water. But it's also, you could be asking, how is sodium absorbed in the small intestine? So what we're looking at again is one of the enterocytes in the villus, the absorptive site, and the lumen on the left-hand side here. Well, you already know one of the mechanisms by which sodium is absorbed in the small intestine. Last time I talked about the way in which glucose and galactose are absorbed by the SGLT1 transporter there. Sorry, SLGT1 transport system there, which can carry both sodium and glucose, or it could be galactose, or it could be some amino acid. And this then it allows the glucose to go uphill, if necessary, because of the downhill inward movement of sodium. And then there are sodium-potassium pumps on the basolateral membrane, which kick out sodium in exchange for potassium, and so the intracellular sodium is low, and allows the sodium to move in down its gradient. The sodium that is moved out here into these intercellular spaces will tend to raise the osmotic pressure. And water can then flow from the lumen into this region here between the cells where there's a high osmotic pressure. I'm not completely sure about these pathways here. Water certainly can move through these tight junctions. They're not completely tight junctions, they're completely between the cells. And people suggest that there may also be pathways for the water to move through the cells. So definitely between the cells and maybe also through the cells. And when water moves into this space here, what's that going to do? It's going to raise the hydrostatic pressure. More water in an enclosed space. So the hydrostatic pressure goes out, and then through starving forces, which you know about from your cardiovascular lectures, this will tend to push the water with the sodium into the blood vessels here. So the overall absorption of water then has been linked to, it's dependent on the inward movement of sodium. Now, that's not the only way that sodium can get into cells. I've just given you another one here. There are thought to be, or known to be, sodium-hydrogen exchanges in that helical membrane. And this also will allow sodium to enter. And there are probably other ones too, at least a couple of other ones that I know of, but there's some question about significance in different species and so on. The major one is probably the glucose or other organic molecule linked one, and then also this one. So that's how the sodium and the water get into get from the lumen into the blood. What about other things? I'm going to just mention a couple of things very briefly, because at least this one you'll get later on, calcium. Calcium is absorbed from the lumen by a hormone-dependent process. And I know Dr. Harvey is going to be talking about this. He'll be telling you about a hormone called PTH, parathyroid hormone. The parathyroid glands are in the neck region. And what parathyroid hormone does is that it increases the blood calcium concentration. So when there is a fall in blood calcium, this gives rise to increased secretion of this hormone, and this, in turn, this hormone causes the blood calcium to go up. And one of the ways in which it does that is to increase the absorption of calcium from the your diet and the lumen of the tract through the enterocytes and into the blood. And it does this by increasing, this hormone increases the production of various transport systems and pumps and so on involved in calcium uptake. I'll just leave that for now because you'll get that one again later. The other one that I just very briefly mentioned is iron, which is taken up from the urinary tract, and the amount that is taken up, there's another type of control. That one's a hormonal control uptake. Iron uptake is also regulated depending on the body's needs. There's a storage form of iron that you can produce within the enterocytes. So if your blood iron level is already high, remember you need iron for making hemoglobin, amongst other things. If you've already got a lot of iron and you don't need any more, then the iron that's in your diet will be taken up into the enterocytes and it can be stored there. And then remember that the enterocytes are always on the move, they're moving up the villi, they get rubbed off, sloughed off when they reach the tip, and you will then lose the iron, which is fine because you've already got enough. If you don't have enough, if you're low in iron, then the iron can move from the enterocytes and into the blood by the various transport proteins, and it can be carried to where you need it. So this is just a brief mention of two important irons that are regulated according to their needs. The other thing I want to talk about is the other side of that balance, and that is secretion. So I just briefly talked about the absorption of sodium, a few other irons, and water, but what about secretion from the crypts? So here we're looking at a cell present in the crypts, somewhere down here, some down there. And the lumen of the crypt is on the left, blood vessels out on the right. And the secretion of water is essentially dependent upon secretion of chloride ions. So absorption is largely due to absorption of sodium, followed. Here we have chloride ions moving into the lumen. So what's the story going on here? Chloride can be taken up from the blood into these cells through this co-transport system here, which takes sodium and potassium, and it should be 2 chlorides for every 1 sodium and 1 potassium. The sodium that's taken up will be pumped out by the usual sodium-potassium pump. The potassium will leave the cell again through potassium channels in this membrane. The chloride ions go out of the apical membrane through chloride channels, and these chloride channels are influenced by cyclic AMP and also by intracellular calcium, which also has a stimulatory effect. Once the chloride goes into the lumen through these channels, it makes it more negative out here, and that electrical gradient will attract sodium between the cells through the tight junctions, because it's moving to a region where it's more negative. And then as sodium moves, the water will follow. So the end result then is a secretion of a salt solution. The chloride being the primary mover of this, which then creates the electrical gradient, which then creates the osmotic gradient to bring the water along as well. So I've given you the details of both of the absorption and secretion, partly for its own sake, but also because there's a very important and interesting use you can make of this knowledge in terms of certain diseases. Now, you've probably heard of problems when people have cholera. The cholera toxin is very potent, a potent stimulator of cyclic AMP. And what happens essentially in a person with cholera is that there's so much cyclic AMP in the cells that these chloride channels are essentially permanently open. So all the time, the chloride is pouring out into the lumen, followed by the sodium and enormously large volumes of water. And people with cholera can lose, instead of the 200.2 of a litre, 200 mils per day, for most people most of the time, they can be losing 20 litres or so. And of course they'll become dehydrated, and unless something's done, will probably die. So the treatment for this, or one of the treatments, is to give what's called oral rehydration therapy. And this, theoretically, is very simple. You give a person a salt, basically a salt and sugar solution. What's the rationale behind that? Well, although there's a problem with the secretion here, it's far too much because these chloride channels are open, you've got water pouring into here, you can't really do anything about that. But what you can do is to increase absorption. And luckily, this channel, this transport system here, which takes the sodium and the glucose, is not affected by the cholera toxin. So by giving people this salt and sugar mixture, you are activating the idea that you are increasing the activity of this transport system here, which is still working fine. You want to stimulate it and make it work harder. And then the harder this one works, as we've seen, the more water will be reabsorbed. So in this example, you've got an imbalance between absorption and secretion. You've got far too much secretion, and you can bring that balance more or less back to normal by increasing absorption. And there are various things which are going to affect this balance. This is one of the most dramatic ones. Another one I should just maybe mention, because of a link with something that we did last time, was, remember when I talked about the absorption of milk sugars, lactose? Lactose is a disaccharide, and it can only be absorbed when it's broken down to glucose and galactose. And the enzyme you need there is the brush border enzyme lactase. Well, in many populations, as people get older, like after they've been weaned as a baby, they tend to lose lactase activity. And many people, as they grow up, are not able to have milk products because it gives them diarrhea and cramps and various problems. And the reasoning behind that is that if you don't have lactase enzyme, you can't digest lactose, and so lactose remains behind in the lumen. It can't be absorbed as such, it remains behind in the lumen, keeps on going. And that can create osmotic problems, and so more water will be secreted osmotically because of this unabsorbed lactose in the lumen. Okay, just to finish off the small intestine, what about movements, motility in the small intestine? Summarized here. And we talked about these a little bit before, but just to reinforce this, in between meals, in the interdigestive phase, most of the time not much happens there. But every 1 or 2 hours, you have this wave of activity, this migrating motility complex that I mentioned previously, which starts in the stomach and travels all the way down to the small intestine. And motilin, the hormone motilin, probably plays a role. The function of this MMC is to clear things out before the next meal comes. A housekeeping function, everything's in time. When you have a meal, then you no longer have that, it stops, and it is replaced by the 2 main types of movement that you see in the small intestine: segmentation and peristalsis. Most of the time, you probably just see segmentation. And there's a gradient of activity of segmentation. The basic electrical rhythm has a higher frequency in the first part of the small intestine. It's about 12 per minute. So this is the small intestine, stomach, so this end. Basically electrical rhythms about 12 per minute here, as you go down, 10, 8, something like that. Not an enormous one, but greater activity at the proximal end is activity of those segmentation contractions and relaxations. And so this gradient, it mixes the food contents with the intestinal juice, with the pancreatic juice, with the bile, and it also gradually shuffles it down the length of the small intestine. The peristaltic movements are probably rarer, but they do happen, and again we'll give you a sweeping action, pushing the contents down through the small intestine and eventually into the large intestine. Regulation, possibly by nerves, parasympathetic increasing, sympathetic decreasing, and a role of hormones. And I think you'll see that as we get further and further down the GI tract, I'm becoming quite a bit vaguer about control systems, because we know less about them. People have made up lists of various GI hormones, and these increase, those decrease, and so on, and then they usually end up saying, but we don't really know the physiological significance of each of these hormones. So I'm not going to go into that, but just to say that they quite likely do play some role, but we don't really know what it is. Okay, so we move into the final portion, the large intestine. Just a bit of nomenclature here. The large intestine, I forgot to mention this last time, the small intestine is called small, and the large intestine is called large, based on diameter, not length. The small intestine is long and relatively narrow, large intestine is shorter and relatively wide. So here's the small intestine, the ileum here. So food will come into the first part of the large intestine through another sphincter-like structure called the ileocecal valve. Cecum is the first part of the large intestine, where the appendix is. And then you have the ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid or S-shaped colon here, leading into the rectum and the anal canal here. The wall of the large intestine is a little bit, has a few unusual features. It's got the usual smooth muscle in its wall, circular, inner circular, and outer longitudinal muscle layers. But the longitudinal muscle layers don't go all the way around, not complete encircling of the large intestine. The external muscle layer, the longitudinal one, is gathered into 3 strips. You can see there's one here on the underside, there's another one on the top, and then a third one somewhere around the back. And these so-called tilii colon are strips of longitudinal muscle. And one of the consequences of having it arranged like this is that these longitudinal strips are a little bit sort of shorter than the rest of the colon, and they double it up. It's like having a tube of fabric and with a piece of elastic sewn along the length of it. The elastic will tend to cause babblerings in the fabric and material. The same sort of thing here. These pouches here are called haustra or haustrations. And these are they're not permanent fixtures. They can move around a bit, but they are these outpouchings in the wall of the colon. What else? In terms of its inner lining, there are no villi in the large intestine. Villi are most dominant, if you like, in the first part of the small intestine. They're close together, there's more of them, they're longer. You go down the small intestine, the villi get shorter and a bit more sort of scattered. And then in the large intestine, there are no villi. So the surface lining in the large intestine has not been increased in area significantly as that in the small intestine. And why? Because the small intestine is the major site of absorption, which is where you really need an enormous surface area. The final point to make here is that the final exit point from the body here is guarded by two sphincters. Most of the way down we may do one at a time. Here, because it's so important to be able to control exit from the GI tract, we have two sphincters, an internal one, which is smooth muscle, and again, but finally we come back to an example of skeletal muscle. The last time we saw skeletal muscle was where up in the esophagus, upper part of the esophagus, regulating swallowing. And here we have an external sphincter, skeletal muscle, which is regulating the output from the GI tract. So what are the functions of the colon? Oh, I have a figure here. I shouldn't really be showing it to you because I could not find the reference for it. You know, we're not supposed to show figures without reference. But anyway, it's not mine. I found it somewhere. And you can find similar things in many cases. This is just, these are X-rays to show these haustrations and the splenic flexure is at this corner here, because the liver would be up here, the hepatic flexure, then the spleen would be up here. So the back corner there, you can see these indentations. The descending colon down here, then you can see these haustrations. But in the rectum down here, they're not seen. Okay, so what are the functions of the large intestine? Well, temporary storage. By now, the contents are becoming semi-solid, pre-fecal material. And this is shuffled backwards and forwards a bit. You'll see the types of movements in a moment. We still have to absorb fluid. Remember, there's about 1.5 liters of fluid entering into the large intestine every day. That's still too much to put out with the feces, and we have to absorb most of that, 3 liters or so. There's no real digestive stuff going on. Well, I shouldn't say that because there are bacteria in the large intestine. The small intestine has very low levels of bacteria normally. The large intestine has got high levels of bacteria, and they do act on some of the products that are coming through. I'm not going to be talking about this. This gets into the realm of bacteriology and so on, but that does happen a little bit. But in terms of the traditional digestion and absorption of the fats, proteins, etc., that's happened in the small intestine. So water is the main thing. And what we're looking at here is an absorptive cell. I said there are no villi in the large intestine, but that doesn't mean that it can't absorb things. It has crypts, which produce a watery, electrolyte, mucousy sort of secretion. But on the surface, with a flat surface, you have absorptive cells. And what happens here is that water is absorbed. But there's some similarities to the small intestine, but there's also an important difference. And that major difference is that the route by which sodium enters the absorptive cells of the large intestine is through sodium channels. Why do you think the main absorptive route is those SGLT transporters in the small intestine, and yet sodium channels in the large intestine? What's the reason for that? Yes, exactly. For those the small intestine type transporters to work, you have to have glucose or some equivalent, and that's normally all absorbed in the small intestine. It's not here, so it couldn't work. So you have sodium channels. And these are ones that are influenced by aldosterone. So this situation here is very similar to the situation that you already know about in the nephron. So aldosterone is a hormone which comes from the adrenal gland, and then Dr. Harvey will be spending some time on that. Aldosterone comes up all over the place. You have it in your renal lectures, you have it mentioned briefly here, and you'll get it again more in endocrinology. Aldosterone is a fat-soluble hormone, which means that it can pass quite readily through cell membranes, and it binds to its receptors inside the cell, and then brings about changes, which you'll learn about later, including increases in the activity of sodium channels and potassium channels within these cells. So more sodium is absorbed, more potassium is secreted, and sodium that is absorbed, as before, pumped out by the sodium-potassium pump, raises osmotic pressure, water follows osmotically, raises the hydrostatic pressure, and then is pushed, Starling forces into the blood and carried away. Activity in the large intestine in terms of motility. I'm actually giving you a quick overview here of the whole tract, just to remind you what has been going on where. We've done most of this already. Swallowing involves peristalsis, waves of peristalsis, pushing the food down the esophagus. The top part of the stomach usually relaxes to allow the food to come in. Remember, the top part is the storage, the reservoir side, relaxes, fills up, food's there, gradually moves on, and then pacemakers, waves of peristalsis in the bottom part, lower part of the stomach, the pump, the grinder, the mixer, and the pusher on into the small intestine. Small intestine, probably mainly segmentation for mixing the chyme, it's called now, with the pancreatic juice, the bile, the intestinal juice, and then some peristalsis to push the food on through the ileo cerebral sphincter and into the large intestine. The large intestine, again, it's a site where you've got this temporary storage, you've got to absorb, you want to expose the contents to the inner layer of the inner lining of the large intestine so that things can be absorbed, water particularly, and you want to mix everything up and gradually pass it on. So there's segmentation occurring here too. But the most dramatic thing that happens in the large intestine, that we haven't seen something quite like this so far, is a type of peristalsis called a mass movement, which, if you hear the phrase mass movement, it's a picture in your mind probably of something quite dramatic. And yes, it is. It's something that happens roughly 3 or 4 times a day, usually just after a meal. So distension in the stomach and so on probably sets up this reflex peristaltic movement, which is an exaggeration of the sort of gentle type of peristalsis that goes on in the background. And this mass movement will push the contents from the ascending, transverse, descending colon, and through the sigmoid, and eventually into the rectum. The rectum is normally empty until shortly before defecation, but this mass movement can cause the colon contents, which are now potentially feces, push them on into the rectum. So we've arrived now at essentially the final function of the GI tract, which is to get rid of these waste products. So here, just focusing in on this last section, is the descending colon. A mass movement has happened. We had a good meal, mass movement, pushing the contents on through the sigmoid colon and into the previously empty rectum. And this presence of the feces in the rectum initiates the defecation reflex. So just to tell you what's going on here, there are stretch receptors in the wall of the rectum. So as the amount of contents increases, stretch the walls, and this signal of stretch, of distension, will be carried through sensory nerves to the sacral region of the spinal cord. And this then sets up a reflex whereby messages go through the parasympathetic outflow from the sacral region to the descending colon, to the sigmoid, to the rectum itself. And these are stimulatory or excitatory signals, plus sign. These cause contraction of the smooth muscle. So this will reinforce that mass movement and will sort of squeeze out if there's any contents still here. It will squeeze them onwards and into the rectum. It will also act on the smooth muscle in the wall of the rectum itself, pushing down on the feces. Now, at the same time, this distension will cause parasympathetic impulses to go to the internal anal sphincter, and those are inhibitory. Microsign inhibitory, relaxation. So the smooth muscle of the internal sphincter will reflexly relax. So you've got things pushing the contents ahead here, squeezing on the contents here. The internal sphincter opens. You still need that safety factor. The reflex is for the external sphincter through somatic nerves, because it's skeletal muscle, will initially contract. And then apparently one is able to sense the consistency of the contents that are asking to be let out. Is it in fact solid material, or is it gas? If it's gas, maybe we'll let it out like then. If it's solid material, as a responsible adult, one will consider the social environment and stuff, and you say to yourself, because the message also goes out to reaches consciousness, and is it the appropriate time, the appropriate place? If the answer is no, then under conscious control, you can maintain the contraction of that external sphincter. If the time is appropriate, time and place are appropriate, then you can relax that external sphincter and defecation will take place. The last thing is sort of a warning. And you might have gathered by now, I sort of like finding poems and stories and things. I couldn't actually, I didn't look too hard for a poem about defecation. But I did find this warning, which was put out by the United States Forest Service travel. Just read it and think about it.